All right, it's been several weeks, probably less than that in the time compression with YouTube videos and stuff. I usually try to shorten things up if I can and release on certain dates. Anyway, it's been several weeks to get these parts. Let's take a look. So they're a little anti-static bag here. Now they're in saran wrap, which is highly static. Okay, and they're in a little tube, which hopefully is anti-static. Oh man. Wow, okay, they are in there. All right, and one came out. Are they the right part? It's upside down. It says 1678 looks the part. Okay, so I got 5 of them for $15. They're actually $10 and $5 shipping, so $3 each, not bad. Probably never, ever need them again. But let's put those over there. Let's concentrate on this little guy here. And yeah, let's concentrate on this little guy. There he goes. Let's get the radio out and see what we can do. All right, so let's move some of these out of the way. Let's see if I can get this guy out. Yeah, I'll get this guy out. Let's move them over here so they'll be out of the way. All right. So that's the little guy there. Like my fat fingers in there. It's this guy right here. So I think what we need to do, first and foremost, wow, that's really tight in there. What I'm really worried about is removing components when I'm trying to remove just that one. That's my biggest fear. So there are several ways to do this. I could remove it with hot air. I could remove it with low temperature solder, quick pick. What is the best way to do this? That side over there is okay. This side over here is, let's kind of see how it is compared to my soldering iron tip. Yeah, that's okay. I need to do something about these guys here though. They really freak me out. They're in just too close. Yeah, I'm not worried about the other side. So I think I'll first get some Kapton tape on there, I think. So not only do I want to shield those from heat, moreover, I want to have some adhesion so they don't move around. Even if I loosen up their solder, maybe they won't move around on me. So, how's that for a good theory? All right. Oh dear. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess. This is gonna be a mess. Yeah, let me put a bunch of tape there and I'll show you what I do afterwards. All right, so I have some Kapton tape around there and it's fairly exposed. Now what I found is I'm going to use Pick Quick. This is this low temperature solder. It does a great job of removing parts, but the problem I've always found is that it causes a big blob of solder. And you don't have a lot of control over that part, so it like slides all over the board and like the solder goes everywhere, okay? So I'm going to show you my method for controlling the part, and that's to add a leash. Yes, a leash. I'm going to super glue. All right, see if I can get you in close here while I do this. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my leash. So here's my leash. It's a little piece of wire, and it's going to come down on top of the part, just like that. And I'm going to super glue it on top of the part. Then I'll have a leash, and I can lift the part up. Just going to elevate it right off the board. And the way that I do that, so I'm going to take some super glue and put a blob on top, just like that. Almost put too much. And I'm going to hold my leash on top of the part. So I have this in my left hand. There's my leash on top. And I'm going to spray it with accelerant. There. Now I'm just going to have to wait for that super glue to set. And there it's set. So I'll wait a bit, but now I have a leash on top of the part. And as I heat up the part, I can just grab this wire and lift it right up off the board. So it won't slide around. A lot of times you see people reach in there with an X-Acto knife or tweezers or something, kind of slide it over. I think that just gets everything mucky. So, yeah, so now comes the scary part. I'll heat up my soldering iron. And I have some of this Chip Quick. Can you see that? Chip Quick. It's SMD alloy removal. So it's very, very low temperature solder. It's ridiculously low level, but it's very big. So it kind of gets everywhere. So if I can reach in here, and I will put, I'm going to need magnifier. Some of you guys are going to have to move out of the way. This is a delicate operation. You just have to watch from over there. But I can get my magnifier in here. There we go. And I will put a blob of solder on both sides. I'll put it over on this side, and I'll put it over on that side, and I should have put some flux on there first. And it's not coming off. I should have put some flux on there. Just got ahead of myself. Let's put some flux all over. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is not going well. Not going well. My leash fell off. My leash fell off. All right. Oh. Oh dear. I think I made a big mess. I think I made a big mess. I may have pulled a pad off. Yikes. Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Luckily there's only 3 pads that need to be soldered down, but I think I made a big, big mess. I've done this many times, and it's always worked out really easy, except for now. It may have been that that part was glued down. A lot of times parts are glued to the board. And I'm going to try to solder wick all of my stuff off here. And yeah, what a mess did I make. Oh dear. Dear, dear, dear. Well, it might not be as bad as I thought. Might not be as bad as I thought. I think this Kapton tape is in my way, actually. It's supposed to save things, but I think it got in the way. All right. Let's move the tape. I gotta put more tape on. Let me move this tape out of the way first. And there is our part. Get rid of him. And let's clean the gunk off the board that I made a big mess of. Oh yeah, not as bad as I thought. I think I melted some Kapton tape and it came down and made a big mess. I'm running out of alcohol. There we go. All right. Not too bad. Let's get some more flux remover tape here, or solder tape. All right. Yeah, 4 good pads, but I have a bunch of sticky residue from that tape. So much for trying to protect things, huh? I need to put more alcohol in my dispenser. Yeah, like some more alcohol. There we go. That's looking good. All right, let's put some real solder on those pads. Get them nice and shiny, none of this low temperature stuff. Let's get some higher temperature stuff on there. All right. So I think we have the pads that we need here. I don't think we have. Let's put some more flux on the board. There we go. All right, it is in the right spot, and I need to tack it down so I can solder the rest of it here. All right, get some solder. Oops. It's not soldered down. I need to solder one of the legs a little bit so it won't move on me. I think that's solid. All right. Let's see if I can put some solder over here on these grounds. This thing is so tiny. Probably better off using a hot air station, but I think I can get it just fine this way. Okay, let's check for shorts again. All right, I need a little bit of solder on this side. A little bit of solder. There we go. That will do it. Let's clean things off. Sorry I don't have a good microscope for this, so you can't really follow along, but... All right, so let's turn this thing on. And let me show you what it's doing now. Unfortunately, it's not outputting full power any longer. I mean, still, I can only get about 23 watts out of it. So, not quite sure about that, but I want to show you one thing. Let me probe the output of the amplifier that I swapped out. Can you see the scope there? Let's see here. Where can I zoom? Oops, I'm sorry. There we go. I gotta hold my hand there. Okay, so we're now getting at least a sine wave. So that's an improvement. We're not getting that awful triangle wave anymore. So that's a good thing. So now maybe that's not the only thing that's wrong with it, but certainly was one thing wrong with it. And from the front panel of the, well, here, I can show it to you. Why not? Why not? You're there. You might as well take a look. You might as well take a look. Now, you might have to look upside down if that's okay. All right, so this is transmit power, and it's going up here past 20. But if I rotate the knob, it doesn't get any bigger. It gets a little bit bigger, maybe 23. If I rotate it down, I can make it go smaller. And the ALC is going all the way, so I'm not sure if that's correct or not. Maybe the ALC is limiting. I don't remember seeing that before. So we might be honing in on what's wrong with it. I do like the idea that we're getting a sine wave now out of the machine. That seems better to me. And maybe from some other reason it's not getting to full power. So yeah, I'll have to keep digging. All right, and we'll transmit over here. And we are getting 6.9 watts. And we will turn the RF power up to 12 o'clock. And we're getting 21 watts, 22 watts. And let me crank it all the way open. We're getting 22.8 watts. So it's still not going past 12 o'clock on the power. Still only getting 22 watts out of it. All right, we'll keep looking.